Goodness. Manage stress effectively is today's tip and tool, and I just spilled coffee all down my face, all down my chest. It's one of those days. Happy number 26 of our No Nonsense November for Supersize Your Business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, dripping coffee down my chin. That's life, right? Stuff happens. We just need to roll with it and deal with it. So today, as every day this month, the month of November, No Nonsense November, I'm sharing a lesson learned the hard way, and this is probably one of the hardest lessons I personally had to learn. It took me a death experience to actually embrace this and realize that I need to figure out how to manage stress effectively. Now, up until that point, I knew I was stressed out, but I thought I was managing it effectively. The universe told me otherwise, and I listened. Fortunately, I was able to recover from that sudden cardiac arrest and have a chance to recover, make massive changes in my life and my lifestyle and my mindset and my thoughts and my beliefs and my actions and my habits to still be here talking today and sharing these lessons learned. And the biggest one was that we have to manage stress effectively. My dad used to always say, listen, your little red wagon girls can only hold so much, and if you don't find ways to let it go and let things go and release them from your little red wagon, it will overflow and cause you a lot of challenges. And I didn't listen to that growing up, and I didn't realize it in that that's what was going on. Is I just kept taking more and more and more on, throwing it in my little red wagon to the point of it causing out of control situations, and meaning things I didn't have control over but was trying to control in my life. At that time, my relationship was a mess. My primary relationship with my ex-husband, now ex-husband, reason for that. I was struggling with one of my businesses. Another one of my businesses was being sued by our municipality because the competitors didn't like that it was even an existing business and colluded to cause challenges to the business and to the liquor license and things. And so when I was leaving the city council meeting about that, after we had gone back and then sued the city and won, I walked through that business and had a sudden cardiac arrest. Fortunately, the bartender there knew CPR and helped me until a first responder could get there, who was having dinner with his wife for his anniversary across the street. And then the police car came and they zapped me and did all kinds of stuff and froze me and put me in a coma and crazy things that I don't even really want to know all the details of. I'm just super grateful that I'm here and still able to talk about and share that there are ways that we can manage stress effectively. And we need to start now, not thinking, oh, I don't have time for that, or I'll do that later, because if we don't make time for it, there might not be a later. Vast majority of people that have sudden cardiac arrests do not recover, do not survive. So every day I consider myself grateful and thankful for that. So what are some ways that we can manage stress? Well, number one, we need to realize that stuff's happening all the time in our life, and it's going to be stressful. It's not the thing that happens so much as how we feel about and respond to the thing that happens. We can respond in a positive way. We can respond in a negative way. We can respond in a neutral way by stepping back and looking at the situation. Being mindful really helps with this. Being in the present moment. Separating out, okay, this is how I feel about this. I'm really freaking out, but this is what's really going on. So they're two different things. My response to what's going on versus what's actually going on are two entirely different things. As long as I'm still in my emotional response to something, I'm not in solution mode. I'm not looking at, well, what can I do about that? Yep, this just happened, but what am I going to do about it? And the faster I can get from problem to solution, the quicker my stress level goes down. We can remember to set boundaries. We talked about that already. That was another hard lesson I learned. At the time that this happened to me, I was not setting boundaries in hardly any areas or aspects of my life. And that meant I was overcommitted and in lots of different areas, not just in one or two areas of my life, but out of the 9 areas I work on now, probably 7 of them I was totally overcommitted in. We need to build relaxation and self-care into our routines, into our life, right? We have to take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, it stresses our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, and we're less able to handle the stuff that comes along the way in our life and in our businesses. I don't think there is anything that stresses us more, unless you have a terrible boss, than building and growing and supersizing your own business, right? I think it's the biggest personal development plan that isn't really a personal development plan, but that's what it ends up being, that we ever encounter and that we ever undertake. It's probably the best thing we can do for ourselves to become the person we want to be in the world. But the vast majority of people are not up to that challenge, and the stressors that come along with that, if we don't have ways to handle them, can literally kill us. So we also want to remember to do things like, and I forgot to talk about our tool. We haven't talked about our tool for today at all yet. It is an app called Calm. Perfect name, right? It helps us to sleep. It helps us to meditate. It helps us to deal with stress. It's got music, stories, and a lot of things on it. It's actually, I just found out today, there's a Black Friday special. It's available for half off for the premium version. And I'm going to look into it because I just signed up for the free version yesterday and started looking at it and then got that offer today. And the one thing that really annoys me about it is it's just massive promotion every time you click a screen, and maybe that's just with the free one. And my question is, does all of that go away if you sign up for the premium one? Because I don't want to see that all the time. I find it disruptive, and I don't find it very relaxing. I find it pretty stressful. So if that's part of the app all the time, then I'm not interested in buying it. But if it's not, if it goes away when you sign up for premium, $35 for a year, I'm willing to check it out. I'd also like to buy it for several members of my family. Imagine that. Connecting with people and like-minded people and people that help you to be calm is another way to manage stress in our lives. I got this beautiful sweater from my sister because it's cozy and it calms me down. And so I wanted to wear that to remind myself today that I can choose to be calm and de-stress anytime I want. I don't need an app to help me do that, but an app helps. So we want to leverage technology when it makes sense, and then we want to find the things that work for us. We're all different, right? The things that work for me might not work for you. The things that work for you might not work for me. But we want to always be looking for things that help us to win and set ourselves up for success. So share in the comments below one way that you manage stress effectively. Please don't share how you ineffectively manage it, because we're all really good at that already. But we can learn from one another by sharing what does work for us. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day. Calm down. Have an amazing week. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.